Hey guys, Montreal Quintet 2. I will make it again in English now. Sorry if my English is not perfect. It's for the Montreal experience. I'm doing it like that. First thing first, if you want to encourage me, make a donation. I put my email in the description of the video. You can make me an indirect transfer to help me for stuff like camera and make more video. That was really long to do. Thank you very much. There was a Montreal Quintet 1 in December. 4 team, HOMA, BJJ, H2O, 10 Planet Montreal, and SEAWAY, and HOMA, BJJ won the quintet. That was a team, almost the same team will be there at the Montreal Quintet 2. Montreal Quintet 2, it's in 4 days, Friday, 17th of May. There was also a trifecta organized by Montreal Quintet in February. And now, for Friday, 17th of May, 8 teams for 5,000 for the champion team. First thing at the quintet, it's 5-member by team. When you do a submission, you will break for 1 minute, and after that you fight the next opponent of the team. And when your team eliminate all the other team, you win. It's submission only. If there is no submission, both participants are eliminated. Then the submission, it's the thing to do, thing to aim. If the last fighter of each team finish the fight, the ref will declare a winner for the aggression and domination in the fight. Each team can't be more than 950 pounds, but it's open weight. Everyone can face everyone. In the first matches of the day, in quarterfinals, it's going to be 5 minutes, in semifinals 6 minutes, and in the finals 7 minutes. But if a fighter is 44 pounds less than the other fighter, he can choose to make a 4-minute match instead of 5, 6, or 7. Finally, the order of the fighters are predetermined before the first fight. Then we got a little roll of dice and little strategy to make with the team order. If you don't fight in the first affrontment between the teams, you will be the first one to fight in the second round if your team won. I made a little research for every fighter. I went on Smooth Comp, Wikipedia, BJJ Heroes, Facebook, Instagram, Tapology, and Fro Grappling. First thing first, the teams. We got HOMA, 10 Planet, TRISTAR, PNEUMA, 10 Planet Ontario, Le Local, SEAWAY, and Assembly Jiu-Jitsu. Let's start with HOMA BJJ. We got 5 fighters: Gabriel Tabet, Javad Majoub, Maxime Côté, Chris Groslo, et Thomas Escolar. Who's Gabriel Tabet? He's 28 wins on Smooth Comp, 11 submissions, 25 years old, 6 amateur MMA fight. He's ranked number 3 in Quebec in welterweight amateur MMA, and he won a belt in his last fight. Then a guy who trained for real, probably to be a pro in MMA. Lots of fights in BJJ too. Good first fighter. Javad Majoub got the Wikipedia, the only fighter to have a Wikipedia, because he went to the Olympic Games in judo in 2020. Tons of fight in judo, really good and great background in judo. He got 17 wins on Smooth Comp, but 16 by submission. Really little Javad. 1 fight in MMA, 55 seconds only. In last year's fight pro, MMA pro. And as you can see, he can do that with you and maybe more. Maxime Côté, background of judo, a national team, 57 wins on smooth comp, 47 submission, really strong. 4 pro grappling fights, 5 amateur MMA fights. Maxime, really good. He finished first in ADCC Toronto, finished third at the World No-Gi in 2022. Very decorated fighter. That's it. Chris Groslo. Donc Chris, 11 fight on smooth comp, 7 submission. He made super fights with Maxime and Franco at the United States. This fight was very impressive, a big victory for him. He had a MMA amateur fight in 2018. Finally, he's doing striking, Muay Thai, MMA, and BJJ. Seems like he's not really active or as active as his co-fighters, but he's always there in training. Watch out. Thomas Escolar, donc profile not public on smooth comp. He went to ADCC Montreal last month. He's a judo background guy. It's really important to understand that in your teen age, you were doing combat sports is really helpful for the next. He made MMA amateur fights in H2O MMA, and now he's with HOMA in the team. Finally, that was not our first team. Gabriel, Javad, Maxime, Chris, and Thomas, really big team. Second team, 10 Planet Montreal. Nothing less than 10 Planet Montreal, James Banville. James Banville, profile not public. He made the Toronto ADCC February 3. He make MMA amateur fight, two MMA amateur fight, one in Muay Thai, one in MMA in 2022. Then it's an active guy. Don't forget smooth comp. Here the profile is not public, but before 2018, smooth comp was not really there. Then James is there since like 10-15 years. Lots of his tournaments are not on smooth comp or in the internet. Luca Martel, the prodigy. Donc profile not public. Finished second at Toronto ADCC. Won the trifecta with his team, with Vicky and Malik. Really good performance from Lucas at this event. He can do everything on you if you're not aware. Big fighter for the 10 Planet team. Francis Saint-Amour, the team captain, 26 win, 20 submission. He won third at ADCC Toronto, finished third at Absolute ADCC Montreal. Really good things. Don't forget this picture with Maxime, Francis, and another mysterious guy. And finally finished first also in Open International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation Open in Toronto in No-Gi. Francis is there since 15 years, 12 years. Original gangster of Jiu-Jitsu in Montreal. Do not blink. Andrei Matviv, 5 wins on smooth comp, but 4 submission. He participated to ADCC Ottawa last year. He won a super fight in the Montreal Quintet 1 by armbar in December. He got a good background in the flow grappling records for International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation tournament. Combat in Gi 2012, 2013. Don't Andre. Older, but make its proof in start of 2010. Jonathan Saint-Amour, 1 fight, 1 win and 1 submission, but 100% finished. Jonathan, it's an old school guy too. He make a lot of super fights in the no-gi. As you see here, a 4-man tournament. Here a Montreal Invitational. He's the older brother of Francis, when Francis was 6'8". Don't blink on brothers. They train together. They are normally really often on the mat. Jonathan Saint-Amour, the last fighter of 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu Montreal, big team. TRISTAR team, Next, it's Steve Sims, Jadabou, Chris Alford, Mustafa, et Jérémy Paré. What a team. Who's Steve Sims? I didn't know Steve. Now I know. 5 pro fight in MMA. A big muscular thing on him. 12 victory in smooth comb, 5 submission. Steve got the background IBJJF 2, 2021, 20, 2008, and 19 West Coast, ADCC West Coast trial. He's not anymore in the MMA, but more in the grappling. A pro like that normally is really strong, really explosive, and it's perfect for quintet format to gut submission and give all you have in a fight. Jadabou, 23 wins, 18 submission, really good ratio. He made the Montreal Open ADCC, he made Ottawa Open ADCC. He is the owner of 450 Jiu-Jitsu in Laval. They got a podcast. They got the Grip Soap guy here at their school, then a clean school. Concept Jiu-Jitsu brand, a new brand of clothes for BJJ. Really nice clothes. Then Jad is really there in the Jiu-Jitsu community in Quebec and in tournaments too. He's everywhere. Really good for TRISTAR. Chris Alford, I saw him in a picture with Maxime Côté and Francis Saint-Amour, I'm sure. Brown belt, 11 wins, 8 submission. The famous picture of ADCC Toronto last year. He participated to ADCC Ottawa too, and Montreal. I think he won the GI tournaments 2022 GTA Classic, a big tournament in Ontario. Then Chris was also in the GI. Mustafa, one fight, pro fight in MMA. 10 victory in submission grappling, 2 by submission. But he won ADCC Montreal Absolute Advance. And he was a former pro wrestler, not pro wrestler like WWE, but wrestling, freestyle wrestling, or I think it's Greco wrestling. He won the world championship in Asia, really hard championship. Then you got a guy who was built with combat sport, and now he's on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and MMA. Watch out. He's give a private fitness training if you want at TRISTAR, I think. And Jérémy Paré, nothing less, 30 wins, 17 submission, only 22 years old. He participated to ADCC Ottawa. He participated to a lot of super fights in gi and no gi. He's with Firaz Zabi here, but he's from Gracie Barra, Ottawa. He won IBJJF tournament, no gi British Open. He's everywhere in the tournament last year. Big add-on on TRISTAR team. Then you got the team here. And I will move my face. PNEUMA just there. The 4 team, but nonetheless. Hussein Azime, Kirian Kitchuk, Andre Greco, Amir Ghanem, and Denis Nguyen. Hussein Azime, 27 wins on smooth comp, 6 submission only, but second world no-gi 2023. He made the Toronto Open. He was a college football player, then also a musculation train. Sorry for my English. Then Hussein, probably able to control a fight with 17 victory by point. Probably a very strong guy and explosive. Nice start for PNEUMA team. Kirian Kitchuk, the one and only, with the BGG Heroes record. BGG Heroes, it's a site where your pro fight and your world championship fight are there, not the local tournaments. Then Kiren Kichuk in that level got 84 wins, 22 losses, with 62 submission in a panel of submission. Really a legend. Kiren Kichuk 28 on smooth comp, 24 fight, 21 submission. As you can see on smooth comp, you don't have everything. He won silver at ADCC Toronto last year with submission over two great fighters, Mathieu Dubois, Vadim Kozlov. He lost versus Michael Fortin de Mers, but Michael Fortin de Mers can make everything happen. Kiren Kichuk is training at the B team, the second best team in the world. He's really active and he's really, really dangerous. Andre Greco, 7 wins on smooth comp, no submission. He's a fighter from Makaber Jiu-Jitsu. It's a brown belt. He won the first place in the Toronto International Open 2023. He already did a quintet in a team of 5 from British, I guess. Andre Greco, the captain of the team. Amir Ghanem. I didn't know who was Amir, but 53 wins on smooth comp, 36 by submission. He won ADCC Toronto in minus 100 kilo. He finished silver at the Montreal Open in the plus 100 kilo. Really good results. First no-gi Panams. Will no-gi second and third. Panams second and third in gi. And I made a win here because I scrolled his smooth comp account, and over 53 wins, he got like 3 or 4 losses. Good. Good record. Finally, nonetheless, Denis Nguyen. Profile is not public. Denis won 12 times Ontario Open in each year from since 12 years finally. He's a judo guy who made transition in BJJ, but his judo is for the BJJ. He made a good video on that. Go see that. And now, just to resume his wins in the black belt, in the brown belt, in color belt, he's there. He's doing a very, very active, like in between 10 or 20 tournaments a year since 10 years. He got a school, Team DNA, BJJ. It's in her genes. There you go, Denis Nguyen. Then we got a good stack team here. Kiren Kichuk, Denis, Amir, Andre, and Yusin. Really good team. Next, 10 Planet Ontario. Mike Romano, Jesse Stroud, Connor O'Stragan, Zach McLaughlin, and Regan Chibangu. Mike Romano in the community since like 15 years old, not 15 years old, but 15 years ago. 9 wins, 6 submission. He's a personal trainer, mobility, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, strength, and conditioning. He did the Toronto Open, Ottawa Open, Montreal Open. He's a teacher at his school. It's freestyle jiu-jitsu. But I think because he was an old school guy, lots of his fights are not on smooth comp. Then it's why he got a small record. He got his purple belt from Eddie Bravo at 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu Montreal with Scott. Then he was a 10 Planet guy in Montreal back in the days. Jesse Stroud, 8 wins, 3 submission. He got a lot of picture with Gordon or Craig Jones, and when you are going to follow this guy, make make a seminar or thing like that, it shows that your jiu-jitsu stay in the up to date. But it's all for Jesse. Connor O'Stragan, 13 wins, 5 submission. Picture with Benedy in the 10 Planet community. Benedy, it's a legend. Same things. When you are with this type of guys, your jiu-jitsu stay up to date, and you're not in the past. He won. He's very active this year. He won like provincial jiu-jitsu championship in 2021. Art championship, Ontario provincial. Then Connor, really active this year. Really big guy. Zach McLaughlin, 2 wins but 2 submissions. It's 100 finish rate. He's a teacher in Iris Martial Arts. He made the super fight versus Corey Guitar. Really good guy on Corey Guitar in the Jiu-Jitsu community. And Zach made a fight really close with Corey. That show the skills. And Regan, Chibangu Regan, profiles not public. He participated to Toronto Open, but he won the ADCC Montreal Open versus a guy that I know here. Who's that guy? Yeah, he finished first in the category of 14 people in April. He finished first also 2022 in Ontario Open, the big tournament. He's really active. He made gi. He's training in gi too. Big add-on to the 10 Planet Ontario team, just there. Jim Le Local, donc Guillaume Tremblay, William Baudet, Louis-Philippe Caron, Carl Fagnan et Oussama Benour. Guillaume Tremblay, I'm saying he make always. He did karate, Canada national team of Shotokan Karate. 7 wins on Smooth Comp, 1 submission. He got a big tournament at the submission art tournament, undefeated in Montreal this winter. He participated to Montreal Open 2. An athlete on fire. William Baudet got 8 MMA amateur fights. It's not nothing less than 8. Big pictures of him in a fight. 2 victories only on Smooth Comp. 1 by submission, 1 by points. But don't blink, that guy, Sumit Malik Belage. That's very good. And he won versus Sacha Malo too. Do not blink on William Baudet. It's a Muay Thai trainer also, MMA amateur trainer. He's a trainer at Le Local, obviously. Louis-Philippe Caron, 3 fights in MMA amateur, 15 wins on Smooth Comp, 10 by submission. He won bronze at ADCC Montreal. Really good in Jiu-Jitsu. He can't make everything. He's really creative. Watch out, Louis-Philippe Caron. Carl Fagnan, another legend of the sports. Then he's the owner of Gym Le Local, black belt, and also a kinesiologist. 30 wins on Smooth Comp, 20 submission. He got like 3-4 titles in Pan Am's, Worlds. He's the world champion of 2023 of the Jiu-Jitsu International Federation. Carl got more medals than we got anything else. Really a big legend of the sports. The owner of Le Local, Carl Fagnan. Oussama Benour, 13 wins on Smooth Comp, 2 by submission. It's a former boxing MMA guy, Muay Thai guy. He got undefeated tournament last year. Not that active, but you never know. You can have surprise. That was the local team. Guillaume Tremblay, William Baudet, Louis-Philippe Caron, Carl et Oussama. Big team. SEAWAY. Donc SEAWAY, Kyle Parella, Ken Beaton, Wyatt Potter, Jimmy Fryer, and Ed Abrazili. Who's Kyle? Kyle, 11 wins, 5 submission. Kyle was a college wrestler in the United States. He loved like MMA, 2 fight amateur MMAs, training in the gym of BJJ, MMA, all that stuff. An athlete that can be very dangerous. Ken Beaton, I didn't know Ken Beaton. Oh my god, 48 wins, 43 submission. That's the highest ratio we got on Smooth Comp for the Montreal Quintet 2. Only 33 years old. He won a 4-man tournament, FLA 6. He won a tons of super fights. He's extremely active in the last year. Ken Beaton, What a man for a team. Wyatt Potter is everywhere and you can't miss it. He's really tall. 25 wins, 21 submission, big ratio. He finished silver at ADCC Ottawa last year. He is everywhere. Each super fight is there. Each event is there. It was there at Montreal Quintet, Trifecta. Really, really active. Don't blink, big potentials of submission. Jamie Fryer, 17 wins, 7 submission. He won bronze at ADCC Montreal. He got 10 pro fights, 2 amateur fights. He's in the MMA community. He's fighting pro since 2009. Don't forget, if you see red, just think that the guy is active in the pro MMA for 14 years. He know what he's doing. He's in very good physique condition. James Fryer, what a member of a team. Ed Abrazelli, 8 wins, 6 submission, really good. 5 pro fights, 4 amateur fights, that's really, really good. And he make super fight. He did super fight versus Corey Guitar versus he won a 4-man tournament in Nogi. Then it's MMA seems to be stopped in 2019, and now he's on the MMA, not the MMA, the Nogi submission grappling community. Ed Brazili, do not blink. Do not blink at all. I can make it GSP style if you want. SEAWAY team. The last team, Assembly Jiu-Jitsu, backup team. Like they choose to make the tournament 3 weeks ago. They build a team on a corner of the table. No. David Whittaker, Joshua Johnson, David Garmo, Kelvin Tacey, and Henry Zakari. Who's David Whittaker? 21 wins, 17 submission, really good ratio, only 23 years old. He finished second at ADCC Ottawa last year. Big win, 5-win streak. He participated to Montreal Open and tons of ADCC tournament. He's a purple belt under David Garmo, his teacher and team captain. Joshua Johnson, only 9 wins on Smoothcom, 4 submission. But watch out, hold your chair. Gold at ADCC Montreal. Gold at ADCC Toronto. Silver at ADCC Ottawa last year. The best ADCC fish, mon Dieu. Record in open in the regional ranking. Win over Andre Matviv in the 10 PLANET Montréal, win by submission over Andy Kong, a really hard fighter. Joshua Johnson finished also 3rd at the 2024 Ontario Open Nogi Grand Prix 2 weeks ago. He's active, recently active, 38 years old, but at 38 years old he's doing really good. David Garmo, the other legend of the Montreal Quintet, it's BDG Heroes, 99 wins, 64 by submission, tons of different submission. He's world silver black belt adult number 15 in the who's number 1 ranking. He's the co-owner of Assembly Jiu-Jitsu. He won the Toronto Open ADCC, finished bronze in the ADCC Ottawa last year, but lost to that Big Dan, the John Danner's team, and he got tons of realization in the world of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's on fire, and he finished second at the 2024 Ontario Open Nogi Grand Prix 2 weeks ago. Maxime Côté beats him, but wow. David Garmo, up to date, it's going to be hard. Calvin Tacey, 5 wins, 5 submission, 100%. Finished first in Open Nogi brown belt. Won Enigma Invitational 4-man brackets, former student of Tom DeBlas. Finished silver at Toronto Open ADCC last year. Then very, very good stats for Kelvin. And I think he can... oh, and another thing, sorry. He finished second also. Oh yeah, that was that at Ottawa Open ADCC, but he won by submission versus Nathan Dos Santos and versus Michael Roy. They are big wins by submission. Very, very impressive. Henri Zachary, 22 wins, 18 submission, but he's 20 years old. Oh my god. He finished silver at Toronto Open and he lost versus David Garmeau, but he won versus Hussein Azime in submission. He finished bronze at Montreal Open. He lost versus Jérémy Blain. Jérémy Blain is a well-known grappler, but he won the first place at the 2024 Ontario Open no-gi versus Jérémy Blain by submission and Martin Lauzon by submission censorly. To be able to submit these two guys in the same day at 20 years old, you're something. Very, very good fighter and young fighter for the team. Assembly Jiu-Jitsu, what a team. Now, to make a good prediction, we will take badges. You gotta Titan badges if you are Titan. You got the Titan badges. You got an old school badges. You are doing Jiu-Jitsu more than 15 years. When everyone started 8 years ago, you had already 8 years. Your little weapon, 80% of finish in smooth comp. You are BGG heroes. To be on BGG heroes and with the record of Korean Kitchuk and David Garmeau, it says something. You are a former or a pro athlete, MMA, judo, wrestling. There will be a badge for the youngest team. There will be a badge for the oldest team. There will be a badge for the highest ranked team. And finally, if you did amateur MMA, you will have a badge. For the Titan badge, we got Javad Majoud, we got Mustafa, we got Amir, Louis-Philippe Caron, Conor O'Stragan, and Ed Abrazili. This is the biggest guy of the tournament. For the old school guy, the Gandalf badge, Francis Saint-Amour, Steve Sims, Denis Nguyen, Mike Romano, I didn't make a badge for him, but yes, Carl Fagnan, and David Garmeau, and Kirian Kitchuk. I forgot some badges. The Lethal Weapon, Javad, Maxime, Chris Groslo, Lucas, Francis Saint-Amour, André Matviv, Jad, Kirian Kitchuk, Amir, Carl Fagnan, Ken Beaton, Wyatt Potter, Ed Abrazili, and finally here, David, Kelvin, and Henry Zachary. It is the smooth comp ranking and smooth comp record that I took for that badge. BGG Heroes, we got Kirian Kitchuk and David Garmeau. Pro Athlete, then Javad, Maxime, Steve, Jad, Mustafa, Kirian Kitchuk, Denis Nguyen. Denis Nguyen got his own school. Mike Romano got his own school. Jad got his own school. It's why I put them in the pro category. Cal, same thing. Jamie, Ed, and David Garmeau got the pro badge. Amateur MMA badge, we got Gabriel, Maxime, Chris, James, Steve, Mustafa, William, Louis-Philippe, and that's it. And finally, the youngest team, it's HOMA BJJ. The oldest team, it's Le Local. And now, in the ranked team, it's just there. PNEUMA team. From there, we can begin to maybe analyze, fastly analyze. And I will put the team from 1 to 8, but we got some ex aequo here and there, then don't take that too seriously, please. The first thing with more badges, it's HOMA BJJ. The youngest team, Stack team is going to be good. Second team, it's PNEUMA. Same things. This is the highest ranked team. Big experience. Very good team. Then we got TRISTAR. TRISTAR team is very, very, very good. Another time, a Titan in the team. Good experience. Is going to be really good. Finally, Assembly Jiu-Jitsu. Big team, absolutely incredible. With young guys, old school guys, new old guy that won every ADCC tournament. Jim Le Local, Carl Fagnan, Louis-Philippe Caron, William Baudet, Guillaume Tremblay, Oussama Beno. A really good team with a lot of skills. SEAWAY, the big team of SEAWAY. SEAWAY was impressive in the last Montreal Quintet, but now, really, I can't wait to see that fight, that show. 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu Montreal, also a really big team. Close to the first team in the Montreal Quintet in December. And finally, 10 Planet Ontario. Less to say about them, but really, I saw Mike Romano and Regan, partner team. Regan was competing at ADCC Montreal. Mike Romano was his coach, and that was really, really well thinking. Good strategy, good execution. I'm pretty sure they can make it, even if in my ranking they are last. Sincerely, if HOMA BJJ, PNEUMA Assembly, or TRISTAR don't make the finals, I'm mind blown. But everything can happen. We missed the picks. If we had this team versus this team, the analyze can be more than this. But I think we got a good start. Don't forget, the tickets are to sale. You go on the Instagram of Montreal Quintet. There is a live stream too. You can get in it. Oh, I think you got one day to before the Friday. You can't buy it at $30 instead of 35. And thank you very much. Don't forget, if you want to make a donation, encourage me, you can make a Interac transfer. Thank you very much for your time. Don't forget to send me message, commentaries, to tell me maybe I made a mistakes, maybe you want something more, something less. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Have a good day.